Hey guys, I went to a local distillery in Chapel Hill this week called Top of the Hill, and I bought some vodka, and I thought, what should I do with this? And I thought the perfect thing to do with it is to infuse it. That's why this week we're making limoncello. From Durham, North Carolina, you're watching Cocktails Under Quarantine. My name is Suzanne. This week we're going to be making a delightful lemon-flavored liqueur, limoncello. And this is super easy to make. It's delicious on its own, and it's also delicious in a really great cocktail, the lemon drop, and I'll be showing you how to make that in a future video. So it's really easy. Let's get started. It just takes a couple ingredients. It takes vodka and lemons and simple syrup. But to start with, the first thing to do is just to zest your lemons. So I'm just gonna start with a mason jar, and I've got 2 lemons here. I'm just gonna peel them with a vegetable peeler. And so if you see here, I'm gonna drop the zest in the jar. And if you see here, I'm just getting, it smells good already. I'm getting just the zest. I'm not getting the white pith, okay? So just do 2 of them. This is a quarter recipe, but you can easily scale it up if you want to make a larger quantity. It's a super fun thing to give as a gift to people in your life that you like. It's got a really super awesome yellow color, and I remember one year I made some limoncello for a colleague of mine, and I just put it on his desk unlabeled, and he thought someone had left a specimen for him on his desk. I reassured him that it was just limoncello. Okay, so we're gonna zest second lemon here. Oh, and another thing to note is that this recipe is from the 12 Bottle Bar, which is a super awesome cocktail book. And the recipe in that book actually calls for using 100 proof vodka, which is stronger than standard vodka, which is 80 proof. This Top of the Hill vodka is 80 proof, so I did have to make some adjustments to use a little bit more vodka and a little bit less water. Okay, so now that we've got the zest of both lemons in the mason jar, I'm gonna add 1 cup of our vodka. Easy peasy. And I'm gonna put the top on. And we're just gonna give it a little shake. And then just take your lemon zest infused vodka and just set it in a nice, cool, dark place to infuse for 7 to 10 days. Every day, just go by, just give it a little, say, hey, limoncello, just give it a little shake. And then I'll show you the next step in a week. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, we're back. It's been about a week, and we've been infusing our lemon zest in our Top of the Hill vodka, and you can see it's this beautiful, rich yellow color. Let's open it up. I bet you it's just gonna smell amazing. Oh, it's so lemony, guys. I'm gonna show you how we finish up our limoncello. So easy. So we're gonna take a strainer here and just strain the vodka into this bowl. Okay, and then I've got my muddler, and I'm just gonna gently press on the lemon zest just to make sure we get all the vodka and all that yummy goodness out. Just give it a little bit of a press. You can see it's a little bit coming out. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. Okie doke. So this is just lemon flavored vodka, but to make limoncello, it is a liqueur, so it does need a little bit of sweetness. So we're gonna add 3 ounces of simple syrup. I made this today. It's just 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, just heat it up on the stove top, stir it until it dissolves, and then let it cool off. Filter it before you put it into your jar, just to make sure it's nice and free of any, little bits of contaminants that got in there. So, and then we're gonna add a little bit of water just to make it not quite so strong. So just 3 teaspoons of water. So just add that in, real easy peasy. Okay, and then let's give it a little bit of a stir. Just make sure everything's really nicely well mixed. And then the last thing we need to do is we're just gonna double strain it one more time, just make sure we get everything out so it's perfectly clear, and then we'll have a taste. They do say to let your limoncello sit for a few days before using it, but I think we should taste it. See how awesome it is. So I've got a funnel to filter it into my nice clean bottle, and I'm just gonna put a little fine mesh strainer above it just to catch any little bits of lemon zest that might be still in there. The scent coming off of this, it's really, really lemony. Okie dokie. So there you have it, friends. Fresh homemade limoncello. And put this in your fridge. Keep it in the fridge. It'll stay good for, you know, definitely months. It's a really lovely thing to have on hand. It makes a great gift. You can put a little bit of on ice like we're gonna do and taste it in just a minute. You can add a little bit of it to sparkling wine to kind of make like a Bellini, and then you can also use it in my favorite use, which is the lemon drop, which is amazing, and I'll be making that in an upcoming video. So let's just try it on a little bit of ice. A little bit of a swirl. Oh, wow. It is just the perfumed, perfect essence of lemon. It's a little bit sweet, but not too much, and just really delicious. You can just enjoy this after your dinner, for a little special after dinner treat, and that's all there is to it, guys. Homemade limoncello. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. That's it for this week, and remember, stay safe and drink responsibly. It is really good. I think the thing about limoncello is it's got all the kind of perfumey flavors of the lemons, but it doesn't have the juice in it, so it doesn't have that sour component. Vodka is just awesome for infusing with various flavors. This is the first liqueur we've made on Cocktails Under Quarantine. I've also made coffee liqueur. What liqueurs have you guys made? Let me know. Put them in the comments. I wanna find out. Let's get talking about liqueurs. I gotta say, my lemon drop recipe, you guys don't want to miss it. I looked on the internet, and a lot of people claim to make lemon drops, but my recipe kicks their asses, so you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.